The door wouldn't open. My phone rang and rang, but no one answered, not even my mom. They left me there alone. What they didn't know was that I had paid for everything: the flights, the hotel, the tours. And what happened after? Let's just say they boarded that plane thinking they won. But they had no idea I was about to cancel everything. This is how the quiet one got her revenge and finally found her voice. Hi, my name is Ava, and I'm 29 years old. I work as a customer service manager and don't spend much money on myself. But I do spend it on my family, especially my mom and my younger sister, Bella. Bella is 25, beautiful, popular, and always on Instagram. People follow her because she's always posting luxury pictures, outfits, parties, and vacations. But what they don't know is that I'm usually the one paying for most of it. Last month, I had an idea. I told my mom and Bella, let's go to Thailand, a real family vacation. I had been working overtime and saving for over a year. I wanted us to relax, have fun, and spend some time together as a family. At first, they were excited. Bella said, finally, I need beach pictures for my feed. My mom just said, make sure it's not too expensive. I smiled, pretending her tone didn't hurt. Still, I booked everything: flights, hotel, sightseeing tours. I even added spa days for them, all paid with my savings. The night before the trip, I packed everyone's documents, printed all the confirmations, and reminded them of the time we had to leave for the airport. Bella just rolled her eyes and said, don't be so uptight, Ava. It's a vacation, not a business meeting. I didn't reply. I was used to that kind of talk. At 6 a.m., our ride to the airport arrived. I carried my bag plus an extra one for Bella because, of course, she brought too much stuff. At the airport, she acted like she was the one in charge, talking loudly, taking selfies, and even live streaming to her followers. Heading to Thailand, baby. Beach, sun, and style. I smiled quietly and stayed in the background, holding our boarding passes. But I didn't know something ugly was coming, something that would change everything. The airport was buzzing with people, some rushing to catch flights, others standing in long lines. I double-checked our boarding passes and passports while Bella walked ahead, recording another video for her followers. My mom followed quietly, not saying much, as usual. We had about 45 minutes before boarding, so Bella turned to me and said, why don't you go freshen up in the restroom? You look tired. She smiled in that fake sweet way she always does when she's about to do something rude. I didn't think anything of it. I nodded and handed her the folder with our hotel info, saying, hold this. I'll be right back. I walked into the airport restroom, picked a stall, and closed the door. After a couple of minutes, I tried to open it, but it wouldn't budge. The lock turned, but the door didn't move. I tried again. Nothing. At first, I thought the door was jammed. But when I pushed harder, I noticed something fell off. Then I looked down. Someone had jammed a cleaning mop under the door handle from the outside. I froze. My heart started pounding. I called Bella's phone. No answer. I called again. Still nothing. Then I called my mom. She picked up for a second, but when I said, I think I'm locked in the bathroom, she quickly said, we're about to board, and hung up. I called again. She declined my call. I tried one more time, and this time it rang once and went to voicemail. That's when it hit me. They had left me. I stood there in that locked bathroom stall, feeling shocked, angry, and heartbroken. They really did it. They boarded the flight without me. My own sister locked me in. My own mother ignored my calls. And they didn't even care if I made it or not. I sat down on the closed toilet lid, staring at my phone, trying not to cry. Then something clicked. I remembered. I was the one who paid for everything. The flight tickets, the hotel reservations, the travel insurance, the tours, even the spa day Bella had posted about 2 days ago saying, self-care is priceless. Yeah, I paid for that too. And guess what? Every booking was made under my name and email. I took a deep breath. I wasn't helpless. Not anymore. First, I crawled under the door, dirty floor and all, and got out. I ran to the help desk and explained that I missed my flight due to a personal emergency. The lady was kind. She helped me cancel the return flights for all three of us since they were booked under my account. Then I opened my laptop and logged into the hotel app. I clicked cancel reservation.
Done.
Next, I called the tour company we booked with. Hi, I need to cancel 3 bookings. My card was used without permission. They confirmed my name and payment details and, within minutes, canceled. Then I called the bank. I need to freeze my travel card. I believe it's being misused.
Done.
By the time I was finished, my mom and sister had landed in Thailand, but had no hotel, no tour access, and no way back. I sat back in the airport lounge, grabbed a coffee, and smiled for the first time that day. They thought they left me behind. They didn't know I had just started taking control. While I was relaxing with my coffee in the airport lounge, Bella and my mom had just landed in Thailand, full of excitement. Or so they thought. Bella posted a selfie as soon as they got off the plane. Touchdown. Ready to slay Thailand. Thailand nail polish, son. What she didn't know was that the hotel reservation was already canceled. They arrived at the hotel, luggage in hand, expecting a VIP check-in. Bella even live-streamed as they entered the lobby, showing off the marble floors and fancy lights. But when they got to the front desk, the smile on the hotel clerk's face slowly faded. He looked at the screen, then back at them. "I'm sorry," he said. "There is no active booking under your names. The reservation was canceled earlier today." Bella blinked. "That's not possible. My sister booked it for us." "Yes, under her name. And she canceled it herself." Mom's face turned red. "What do you mean canceled? We just got off a 6-hour flight. I'm very sorry, ma'am, but the room is no longer available." Bella started yelling. "This is a 5-star hotel. Do you even know who I am? I'm an influencer." The staff stayed polite but firm. Then came the next blow. Bella tried to use the travel card Ava had given her, declined. She pulled out her personal card, not enough funds. And then her phone buzzed. A message from the tour company. "Your upcoming reservations have been canceled. For questions, please contact Ava Johnson." That was the moment everything clicked. Ava had taken it all back. They were stuck in a foreign country. No hotel, no money, no tours, and no one to blame but themselves. Back home, I sat on my couch with my laptop open. I was still feeling hurt, but now I also felt calm. I wasn't going to scream or cry. I was going to speak the truth. So I opened my Instagram and posted a photo, not of the beach, not of food, but of my travel receipt folder. Every booking, every payment, all under my name. And then I wrote, "My sister locked me in an airport bathroom and boarded a flight to Thailand with our mom. They thought I'd just disappear quietly. But what they didn't know is I paid for everything. So I canceled the flights. I canceled the hotel. I canceled the tours. And now they're stuck in Thailand with no place to go." Don't let social media fool you. Sometimes the person behind the camera is the real one holding it all together. Not anymore. I didn't expect it to blow up, but it did. Within 24 hours, the post went viral. Thousands of people shared it on Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook. Travel bloggers commented things like, "This is what you get when you bite the hand that feeds you." People started digging into Bella's old posts, realizing she had been taking credit for things she never paid for. Influencer accounts she followed began unfollowing her. One brand she promoted commented, "We have ended our partnership effective immediately." And then Bella messaged me, "How could you do this to me? You humiliated me." I stared at her text for a while. Then I replied, "No, you did that yourself. I just stopped protecting you." She didn't reply. A week later, Bella and my mom returned home from Thailand. But this time, they came back quiet. No flashy posts. No vacation goals captions. Just silence. Turns out, after I canceled everything, they were forced to find a cheap hostel far from the city center. The air conditioner was broken. The water was cold. And they had to share a room with strangers. They also couldn't rebook any tours because their names were flagged due to the earlier cancellations. They spent most of the trip stuck inside, trying to survive in a country they didn't even bother researching. When they got home, Bella's online followers had dropped by thousands. Sponsors canceled their deals. Her brand was ruined. As for my mom, she tried to call me once. She left a message saying, "Let's move past this. We're family." I didn't respond. For the first time in my life, I realized that being related by blood doesn't give someone the right to use or betray you. Instead of wasting time on people who never saw my worth, I used the attention from my viral post to start something new. A blog. A podcast. I called it Silent Sister, Stories from the Background. People loved it. I began sharing stories about standing up for yourself, about quiet strength, about not being the doormat anymore. Brands reached out to me, not Bella. I was invited to speak on panels about financial abuse and emotional manipulation. My life changed. And the best part? I booked a solo trip to Greece. With my own name on the reservation, my own money, and my own peace of mind. I looked out at the blue water from my hotel balcony and smiled. They tried to leave me behind at the airport, but I'm the one who took off and never looked back. It's been 6 months since that airport day. Sometimes I still think about how it all happened, how a locked bathroom door showed me the truth I had been avoiding for years. It wasn't just about the trip. It was about finally realizing that I had always been the backup plan, the wallet, the helper, and no one ever asked how I felt. Since then, I've created boundaries, real ones. I don't answer their calls anymore. Not out of anger, but out of peace. I don't explain myself. I don't pay their way. I no longer shrink just to make others comfortable. Bella tried to fix her image online, but people remembered. Brands moved on. And my mom? She keeps saying, family should forgive. But I've learned that forgiveness doesn't mean returning to the same pain. As for me, I finally traveled again. This time to Greece, then Spain, and now I'm planning Japan. I booked my tickets with a smile. For myself, the MY podcast, Silent Sister, reached 100,000 downloads last week. Strangers write me letters saying, "You gave me the courage to stand up too." And that's all I ever wanted, not revenge, not applause, just to be seen. And now I am.